4 cheeses you must eat and 4 you should never touch if you're over 60. Did you know that over 80% of adults in this age group still include cheese in their weekly meals, often multiple times a week? But here's the shocking truth. Most seniors are making a critical mistake in the cheese aisle that could silently shorten their lifespan. And the scary part? The solution is far simpler than you might imagine. Almost all older adults have no idea that certain cheeses could quietly double their risk of heart attacks and cut their odds of living to 80 by nearly half. Surprising, isn't it? The cheese section in your local supermarket may seem harmless, even inviting, with its rows of colorful packaging and rich aromas. But behind those labels lies a minefield of potential health hazards. Hidden additives, excessive salt, saturated fats, and high levels of certain compounds can all conspire to increase the risk of cardiovascular disease, stroke, and even cognitive decline. On the other hand, there are cheeses that do more than just taste good. They actively support your heart, your bones, and your metabolism. In this video, we will break down the 4 cheeses that should be on your plate every single week, and the 4 that you need to avoid like the plague if you're over 60. The most dangerous cheese on the avoid list has been scientifically linked to an 80% increase in stroke risk, and it's likely that you've already eaten it this week without a second thought. This isn't opinion or conjecture. These are findings supported by peer-reviewed studies and decades of nutritional research. Before we dive into the list, share in the comments where you're watching from, your age, and which cheese you currently eat the most. We read every single comment and love hearing your experiences, so don't hold back. Let's start with the cheeses that actually enhance your health, beginning with number 4. Number 4, aged Gouda. Aged Gouda is more than a cheese. It's essentially a nutritional powerhouse disguised as a comfort food. When Gouda is aged for at least 18 months, its molecular structure transforms, producing compounds that are far easier for your body to digest than those found in younger, fresher cheeses. Proteins break down into peptides, which are small chains of amino acids that the body can absorb effortlessly, a crucial benefit for those of us over 60 whose digestive efficiency naturally declines with age. But there's more. Aged Gouda is exceptionally rich in vitamin K2, a little-known nutrient with massive implications for your health. Vitamin K2 acts as a calcium traffic controller in the body. Instead of allowing calcium to deposit in your arteries, which contribute to plaque and heart disease, K2 redirects it to your bones, strengthening your skeletal structure and reducing the risk of fractures. Japanese and European studies show that higher K2 intake correlates with up to 50% less arterial calcification, stronger bones, and improved overall cardiovascular health. In addition, aged Gouda is high in conjugated linoleic acid, CLA, a naturally occurring fatty acid with remarkable health benefits. CLA has been associated with improved fat metabolism, reduced body fat, enhanced immune response, and even potential anti-cancer effects. For people who are lactose intolerant, aged Gouda is particularly friendly, as the aging process removes most of the lactose, making it gentle on the digestive system. The aging process also encourages the growth of beneficial bacteria, producing postbiotics, compounds that support gut health, reduce inflammation, and may even positively influence mood by modulating the gut-brain axis. These postbiotics, combined with K2 and CLA, make aged Gouda one of the most nutrient-dense cheeses for adults over 60. For optimal benefits, consume aged Gouda at room temperature. Cold cheese can mask its full flavor and limit the availability of nutrients. A serving of 1 to 1.5 ounces paired with fiber-rich foods, like apple slices or whole grain crackers, not only enhances taste but also supports gut health by providing complementary prebiotics to work alongside the cheese's postbiotics. Number 3. Genuine Parmesan. Authentic Parmesan from Italy isn't just another hard cheese. It's almost like an edible multivitamin, rich in protein, minerals, and bioactive compounds. Unlike the powdered Parmesan in green cans, which often contain cellulose, anti-caking agents, and preservatives, genuine Parmesan is made using traditional methods that have been perfected over centuries. These methods produce a cheese with a uniquely dense nutritional profile. Just 1 ounce of authentic Parmesan delivers substantial amounts of calcium, protein, and essential amino acids, making it a potent ally for bone health. It also contains K2, similar to aged Gouda, supporting cardiovascular health. The aging process enhances digestibility and flavor, while naturally occurring peptides in Parmesan have been shown to help regulate blood pressure and support vascular health. Parmesan is also surprisingly low in lactose, despite its rich, savory taste. This makes it suitable for older adults who might have developed mild lactose sensitivity over time. The cheese also contains bioactive peptides that research suggests can modulate inflammation, improve arterial elasticity, and help protect against age-related heart conditions. For maximum impact, sprinkle Parmesan on salads, roasted vegetables, or whole grain dishes rather than consuming it as part of a processed food meal. Combining it with fiber and antioxidants from fresh produce enhances nutrient absorption and creates a synergistic effect that benefits your entire body. Continuing our countdown of the cheeses that provide the most health benefits for adults over 60, let's move on to numbers 2 and 1, the true game changers for longevity, heart health, and overall well-being. These cheeses are not just tasty, they are functional foods with scientifically proven benefits that most people overlook. Number 2, Swiss cheese. Swiss cheese, with its characteristic holes and nutty flavor, is more than just a classic addition to sandwiches. What makes it especially valuable for older adults is its combination of high-quality protein, vitamin K2, and low sodium levels compared with many other cheeses. K2 in Swiss cheese, similar to aged Gouda and Parmesan, directs calcium to the bones and away from arteries, which is essential for cardiovascular health. For adults over 60, maintaining healthy arteries can dramatically reduce the risk of stroke, heart attacks, and vascular dementia. Swiss cheese also contains bioactive peptides formed during the fermentation process. These peptides have been studied for their ability to lower blood pressure naturally, improve vascular elasticity, and reduce systemic inflammation. Lower blood pressure and improved vascular function are two of the most important factors in reducing cardiovascular risk for seniors. Another often overlooked benefit of Swiss cheese is its prebiotic and probiotic content. While it's not as rich in postbiotics as aged cheeses, the microbial compound present can still contribute to a healthier gut microbiome, which in turn affects metabolism, immunity, and even brain health. Swiss cheese is also relatively low in lactose, making it a great option for those with mild lactose intolerance, which becomes more common with age. For maximum benefits, pair Swiss cheese with high-fiber foods such as whole grain crackers, fresh fruits, or vegetables. Doing so supports gut health and helps regulate the release of nutrients, reducing spikes in blood sugar and aiding in better overall digestion. A serving of 1 to 2 ounces is sufficient to enjoy the cardiovascular and bone-strengthening benefits without consuming excess saturated fat. Number 1. Blue cheese. Blue cheese may be polarizing due to its strong flavor, but when it comes to health benefits, it deserves the top spot on our must-eat list. Blue cheeses like Roquefort or Gorgonzola are aged with specific strains of mold, creating compounds that support heart health, fight inflammation, and enhance the immune system. Research indicates that certain molds in blue cheese produce anti-inflammatory peptides and even compounds that may help prevent arterial calcification. One of the most remarkable aspects of blue cheese is its ability to support healthy cholesterol levels. While it contains saturated fats, the fermentation process produces compounds that can balance lipid profiles, reducing LDL, bad cholesterol, and potentially increasing HDL, good cholesterol. For seniors, this is a powerful benefit, as balanced cholesterol reduces the risk of atherosclerosis and other cardiovascular conditions. Blue cheese is also a surprisingly rich source of vitamin K2, reinforcing bone strength and reducing fracture risk. Studies suggest that adults over 60 who maintain adequate K2 intake can significantly reduce the rate of bone loss, which is crucial for maintaining independence and mobility in later years. Additionally, the probiotics and postbiotics in blue cheese can improve gut microbiota diversity, reduce inflammation, and support immune function. The key to enjoying blue cheese is moderation. Because it is intensely flavored, a small portion, roughly half an ounce or 1 ounce, is enough to gain its health benefits without overloading on salt or fat. Pair it with fresh vegetables, nuts, or fruits to enhance flavor while supporting balanced nutrition. Transition, the cheeses you must avoid. Now that we've covered the 4 cheeses you should be eating regularly, it's time to focus on the 4 cheeses you should completely avoid if you're over 60. These are not just less healthy options, they are cheeses that can seriously compromise your cardiovascular health, accelerate arterial calcification, and increase stroke risk. Some of them are so common that you may have consumed them this week without realizing the danger. Number 4 on the avoid list is a cheese that many think is harmless because it's so widely available and frequently used in everyday cooking. But research shows it's high in saturated fats, sodium, and additives that can raise blood pressure, promote plaque buildup, and stress the heart over time. Consuming this cheese regularly can quietly contribute to elevated cardiovascular risk, even if you otherwise eat a balanced diet. Number 3 is a processed cheese product that has been on supermarket shelves for decades. While it melts beautifully and tastes creamy, the reality is that it contains industrial additives, artificial flavors, and high levels of salt. Studies consistently link processed cheeses to increased arterial plaque, higher blood pressure, and inflammation, risk factors for heart attack and stroke that seniors cannot afford to ignore. Continuing our guide for adults over 60, we've reached the critical portion of our countdown: the cheeses you should completely eliminate from your diet. These are not simply less healthy options. They are potential threats to your heart, arteries, and overall longevity. The truth is, the more frequently these cheeses are consumed, the more they quietly increase your risk of stroke, heart attack, and vascular disease. Number 2, American processed cheese. American processed cheese, the familiar yellow-orange slices often found in sandwiches, burgers, and fast food meals, may seem convenient and delicious, but it is among the worst cheeses for adults over 60. What makes it particularly dangerous is a combination of artificial additives, high sodium content, and heavily saturated fats. These compounds do more than just affect taste. They actively increase arterial plaque and promote inflammation in the vascular system. Regular consumption of processed cheese has been linked to elevated LDL cholesterol, commonly known as bad cholesterol, which contributes to atherosclerosis, the buildup of fatty deposits in the arteries. This is especially concerning for seniors, as arterial stiffness and plaque accumulation naturally increase with age. High sodium levels in processed cheese exacerbate the problem by raising blood pressure, further stressing the cardiovascular system. But it doesn't stop there. Many processed cheeses are fortified with emulsifiers and stabilizers that can negatively affect gut health. Studies show that certain emulsifiers may disrupt the gut microbiome, increasing inflammation and metabolic dysfunction. Considering that gut health is deeply connected to cardiovascular and immune function, regularly eating processed cheese can have a cascading effect beyond just cholesterol and blood pressure. Even small portions, such as a single slice of processed cheese on a daily basis, can accumulate harmful effects over time. For seniors, who are already at higher risk for cardiovascular events, avoiding processed cheese entirely is a simple but powerful step toward protecting long-term health. Number 1. Cream cheese and cheese spreads. Cream cheese and soft cheese spread are popular for their smooth texture and creamy flavor, but they may be the most hazardous cheeses for older adults. These cheeses are highly processed, with high levels of saturated fat and often hidden sodium. Unlike aged cheeses, they offer minimal nutritional benefits, virtually no vitamin K2, low levels of protein, and almost no bioactive compounds that support heart and bone health. What makes cream cheese particularly concerning is its impact on cholesterol and arterial health. Saturated fats in cream cheese can raise LDL cholesterol, contributing to plaque buildup in arteries. Studies indicate that long-term consumption of high-saturated fat dairy products, especially soft cheeses, is associated with an increased risk of stroke and heart disease among seniors. Soft cheeses also tend to have high glycemic load when paired with refined breads or crackers, creating post-meal blood sugar spikes that contribute to insulin resistance over time. Insulin resistance is a key factor in the development of cardiovascular disease and type 2 diabetes, both of which are already common concerns for adults over 60. Moreover, cream cheese and spreads are often mass-produced with preservatives, stabilizers, and other additives. Some of these additives have been linked to systemic inflammation, oxidative stress, and disruptions in gut microbiota. In short, these cheeses do more harm than good. They offer empty calories with no compensating nutrients, while increasing risk factors for multiple age-related diseases. Number 3. Brie and Camembert, soft-ripened cheeses. Brie and Camembert, beloved for their creamy interiors and earthy flavors, deserve a special warning for adults over 60. While these cheeses are natural and may seem less processed than American or cream cheeses, their high fat content and low levels of beneficial compounds make them risky when consumed regularly. Soft-ripened cheeses are particularly high in saturated fat and cholesterol. Studies show that diets rich in saturated fats can increase LDL cholesterol and promote vascular inflammation, both of which are major contributors to heart disease. Unlike aged hard cheeses such as Gouda or Parmesan, Brie and Camembert do not provide significant amounts of vitamin K2 or bioactive peptides that can counterbalance these risks. Additionally, Brie and Camembert often contain molds that, while generally safe for young adults, can pose digestive challenges for older adults with more sensitive immune systems or gut microbiomes. Occasional consumption is generally fine, but frequent or daily intake may contribute to bloating, mild inflammation, or even metabolic strain. It's also worth noting that soft cheeses are often served with bread, crackers, or desserts high in refined sugar, which can amplify the negative effects on blood sugar and vascular health. For CNAs, pairing high-fat soft cheeses with high glycemic foods compounds the risk factors for cardiovascular disease, type 2 diabetes, and obesity. The science behind the danger. Why do these cheeses pose such a significant threat? The answer lies in their composition and how it interacts with aging bodies. As we age, arteries naturally stiffen, blood pressure tends to rise, and the efficiency of metabolic processes declines. Saturated fats, excessive sodium, and certain additives can accelerate these changes, increasing the risk of heart attacks, stroke, and cognitive decline. Hard, aged cheeses like Parmesan, Gouda, and Swiss, by contrast, are rich in peptides, vitamin K2, CLA, and postbiotics that actively support heart and bone health, reduce inflammation, and improve metabolic efficiency. Soft, processed, and high-fat cheeses, on the other hand, lack these protective compounds and can exacerbate age-related physiological changes. Scientific studies also highlight the role of vitamin K2 in mitigating calcium buildup in arteries. While aged cheeses supply this crucial nutrient in significant amounts, soft and processed cheeses contain negligible K2. Without sufficient K2, calcium can accumulate in the vascular system, forming plaques that increase blood pressure and restrict blood flow. For CNAs, this makes avoiding these cheeses not just a matter of weight management, but a critical step for cardiovascular longevity. How to replace dangerous cheeses. The good news is that eliminating harmful cheeses doesn't mean giving up flavor or satisfaction. Aged, hard cheeses like Gouda, Parmesan, and Swiss provide rich, complex flavors that can be used in virtually any recipe. Blue cheese, when used sparingly, adds intense flavor and delivers impressive health benefits. For spreads or creamy textures, consider small portions of Greek yogurt or ricotta as substitutes. They provide protein and calcium without the high saturated fat and sodium found in cream cheeses. By consciously swapping out the 4 harmful cheeses for the 4 beneficial ones, you can transform your diet into one that actively supports heart health, bone strength, and longevity. This simple change alone can reduce cardiovascular risk and improve overall quality of life in a measurable way. We've now gone through the complete list. 4 cheeses you should eat regularly to support heart, bone, and metabolic health, and 4 cheeses you should avoid to reduce the risk of stroke, heart attack, and inflammation. But the story doesn't end with just knowing which cheeses are good or bad. It's also about how you incorporate the good cheeses into your daily life and minimize exposure to the harmful ones. Integrating healthy cheeses into your diet. The key to gaining the full health benefits of cheeses like aged Gouda, Parmesan, Swiss, and blue cheese is not only the type of cheese but also how you consume it. 4 CNAs, moderation, timing, and pairing with complementary foods can dramatically amplify the benefits. Start by using small portions of these cheeses in your meals. 1 to 2 ounces of aged cheese per day is enough to provide the essential nutrients without overwhelming your body with fat or calories. For example, add a few shavings of Parmesan over a vegetable stir-fry or whole grain pasta. The flavor is intense, so a little goes a long way, and the nutrients, particularly vitamin K2 and bioactive peptides, are fully absorbed. Aged Gouda can be enjoyed as a snack with fruits or nuts, or paired with whole grain crackers. This combination not only slows the absorption of fats and proteins, but also adds fiber, which improves digestion and enhances the gut microbiome. Fiber and prebiotics work synergistically with the postbiotics in aged cheeses, supporting immune function, reducing inflammation, and even potentially improving cognitive function through the gut-brain axis. Swiss cheese is particularly versatile and works well in sandwiches, omelets, and salads. Its lower sodium content and high-quality protein make it ideal for older adults who need to support lean muscle mass while protecting cardiovascular health. Pairing Swiss cheese with vegetables or high-fiber grains ensures slower nutrient absorption, better blood sugar control, and longer-lasting energy. Blue cheese, despite its strong flavor, can be incorporated in small amounts. Half an ounce to 1 ounce at a time is sufficient to deliver benefits such as cholesterol regulation, anti-inflammatory peptides, and immune support. Crumble it over salads, roasted vegetables, or even mix it into sauces for a nutritional boost without excessive fat intake. Remember that moderation is key. The health benefits are most effective when consumed as part of a balanced diet rather than in large, concentrated amounts. Replacing harmful cheeses. Avoiding the 4 cheeses we've identified: American processed cheese, cream cheese and spreads, soft-ripened Brie and Camembert, and other high-fat soft cheeses, doesn't mean your meals have to be bland or unsatisfying. Substitute these with the healthier options we've discussed. For example, instead of cream cheese on bagels, try a thin spread of ricotta or Greek yogurt cheese, which delivers protein and calcium without the excessive saturated fat. Instead of American processed cheese on sandwiches, opt for Swiss or aged Gouda slices. If you enjoy Brie or Camembert, limit them to occasional tastings rather than daily consumption, and balance with hard cheeses to get the maximum heart and bone protective nutrients. Another strategy is to use flavor enhancers to reduce reliance on high-fat cheeses. Herbs, spices, lemon juice, and vinegar can add depth to dishes while keeping your cheese portion small. For instance, a sprinkle of Parmesan combined with fresh herbs over roasted vegetables can provide flavor and nutrition with far fewer calories and fat than a large slice of soft cheese. Understanding the science. Why do these dietary adjustments matter so much for adults over 60? As we age, arteries naturally stiffen, cholesterol metabolism changes, bone density declines, and systemic inflammation tends to increase. Saturated fats, sodium, and artificial additives in processed or soft cheeses exacerbate these changes, increasing the likelihood of cardiovascular events, strokes, and age-related bone fractures. Conversely, aged and hard cheeses contain nutrients that counteract these risks. Vitamin K2, abundant in Gouda, Parmesan, Swiss, and blue cheese, helps guide calcium into bones and away from arteries, preventing plaque buildup. Conjugated linoleic acid, CLA, support fat metabolism and immune function. Postbiotics produced during the aging process reduce inflammation, improve gut microbiome diversity, and even influence mood and cognitive function. Bioactive peptide from Parmesan and Swiss can help regulate blood pressure, further protecting cardiovascular health. It's important to remember that the benefits are cumulative. Regularly consuming the right cheeses, in appropriate portions, and avoiding harmful cheeses altogether has a measurable impact on long-term health outcomes for seniors. Studies indicate that adults who maintain diets rich in hard, aged cheeses have lower rates of arterial calcification, improved bone density, and reduced cardiovascular risk. Practical tips for daily life. Plan your cheese intake. Choose 1 or 2 types of healthy cheese each week and stick to recommended portions. Keep harmful cheeses out of easy reach to avoid impulsive snacking. Pair with fiber. Always combine cheese with vegetables, fruits, nuts, or whole grains. This slows digestion, improves nutrient absorption, and supports gut health. Room temperature matters. Aged cheeses like Gouda and Parmesan are more nutrient-dense when served at room temperature. Cold storage can slightly reduce flavor and bioavailability of nutrients. Diversify flavors. Rotate between cheeses to enjoy a variety of nutrients. Each type, Gouda, Swiss, Parmesan, and Blue, offers unique compounds that support health in different ways. Limit high-fat accompaniments. Avoid pairing healthy cheeses with high-fat processed meats, deep-fried foods, or refined grains. Keeping the overall meal balanced enhances benefits and reduces risks. Watch for sodium. Even healthy cheeses can be moderately high in sodium. Pair them with potassium-rich foods like leafy greens or beans to maintain a healthy balance. Closing thoughts. Making small changes in the types of cheese you consume can have profound effects on health after 60. By focusing on aged, nutrient-dense cheeses and avoiding processed or soft high-fat cheeses, you're actively supporting your heart, bones, metabolism, and overall longevity. These are simple dietary swaps that don't require radical lifestyle changes but offer measurable benefits backed by science. Remember, this isn't about depriving yourself. It's about strategic choices. Enjoy your cheese, savor the flavors, and know that some options are literally working to extend your life and protect your health, while others quietly undermine it. By following this guide, you can eat delicious cheese every day while giving your body the support it needs to thrive well into your 70s, 80s, and beyond. Now, we want to hear from you. Which of these cheeses do you already include in your diet? Have you been surprised by any of the cheeses you should avoid? Share your thoughts, experiences, and questions in the comments below. We read and respond to every single one. And don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more actionable advice on nutrition and longevity. With just a few mindful swaps and a little knowledge, cheese can become one of your greatest allies for health after 60. Choose wisely, enjoy intentionally, and let your diet work for you every day. Thank you for watching. We hope this guide helps you make smarter choices with cheese and supports your health as you age. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and click the notification bell so you never miss our latest tips on nutrition, longevity, and healthy living. Share your thoughts and experiences in the comments below. We love hearing from you.